Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And finally, today we are looking at DigiStix 2. Good morning. I have my studio live today cup, drinking my coffee for the morning. Good to see everybody here. I hope you're all doing well. If you're watching over on Facebook, thank you for joining us. You can join the Facebook group, which is called We All Rise Together, one word. Do that would be lovely. Or you can come over here and join everybody here in the chat on YouTube at youtube.com/JadeStarr, or you can head over to Let Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS. You can do that, or you can always head over to the website, which is howtoapponIOS.com, or you can go over to my website, which is the same website. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Jade Starr. I am a musician. I happen to be transgender. If you've got a problem with it, don't really care. I make music. I do these videos almost every day. I make film and stuff. You can go to the website, jadestar.com.au, or howtoapponIOS.com. If you click the little link over here to the end, which is How to App, there is all my playlists and all the shows, so you can catch up everything here. It's streamed live here every day, so you can see it's streamed live right now into the browser. So that's all good and stuff. All right, mindless advertising stuff out of the way. Hello to folks who are here. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this app. I've been hoping I was well enough to do this because I want to show you how to use this with an electronic drum kit. That's going to be my focus today because I know this is where this app really shines, yeah? So hello Keith Tutt, hello Audible Video, hello Russ, hello I Have an Idea, hello Brad Example, let me scroll, coffee scroll, hello Doug, really love that last show you did. I think I'm doing it Thursday your time, Friday my time. The evil saw from Igor. Hello to Sai, it's often good to see you. Hello to let's keep scrolling, Not a Box. Hello SM Borthwick, Colin Powell, Wall. Hello Joe, what do you know? Anyone else that I've missed? I'm probably missing people. My glasses are terrible. Let me restate that. My eyesight's shit. Nina, hello Nina. Awesome song I saw yesterday and liked. Great stuff. Head over to Nina's channel and listen to Nina's music. It's really cool. Thomas Christ, hello Thomas Christ. Hello Scott. I think I've almost got everybody. Greg Hernandez, hello. All right, so there are no price drops or anything like that to look at today, so we don't need to do that. Let's just jump straight in because we've got heaps to cover with DigiStix 2. Oh yeah, I fixed my internet problem. Look, apps load now. All the pictures load now. Yay. So I swapped out my modem yesterday. Because I moved, I needed to do a reset of a whole bunch of things, and now my internet's really good, so sorted that out. DigiStix 2 is $10 US, 10 British pounds, $9.99, so close to 10, 1 cent off. Who's counting? Hello Joshua as well. So, hello fam, good to see you too. I fixed my internet, Thomas, yeah, boy. Shut up, Peppy, I'm in control today, alright bitch? I said I'm in control, Peppy. Right. So, what's the difference between DigiStix 2 and DigiStix 1? DigiStix 1 is universal, yeah? So you can use it on your iPhone and your iPad. This is iPad only, yeah? This is made kind of sort of from the ground up. You know, it still has a lot of the features from DigiStix 1, but it's reimagined for the iPad. That's where this really shines, yeah? And it just has a whole lot of features that are just out of this world. Definitely worth your money. If you've got an electronic drum kit, so I'm going to say that off the bat, this is worth your money, right? 100%. This is worth your money if you use something like GarageBand. and you're sick of the drums in there because this works as an AUv3. Really easy to use inside of GarageBand. Import your own samples, create your own drum kits, and whatever you create within the app stays in the app, whatever drum kits you make here. Alrighty, so I'm going to open up first as a standalone app. Boom. Yeah, boy. And let's go full screen and show you what you get off the bat. So you've got multiple screens, and like all 4Pockets apps, to control, you flick via the side here. You can flick between these screens here, yeah? So here's your second screen, which has your pads and your all that bizzo. Then you've got your song section, and it has a sample editor down the bottom as well. So the beautiful thing about this too is there's multiple ways to get to multiple things. So there's not one way to do thing, yeah, to do one thing. There's plenty of ways to get to the same place, which is really fantastic. I'm going to kick off just by running through some kits and what's involved. So we'll flick down to the second screen. You'll notice this screen kind of looks reminiscent of DigiStix 1. So you've pretty much got your output, effects, tempo and sync, filter, tube kind of stuff up the top here, yeah, and your levels. Pretty basic stuff, not really much to explain there. What's really fantastic with each section as well, yeah, so you see this section here that I'm circling around with my mouse, where the little hamburger icon is. That's normally above, there's one of those normally above each section or connected to each section. So we've got the drums up here. You see you've got a hamburger next to it. If you scroll down to the next section, you've got your, where you can throw all your patterns in here. And along the top, you've got your play, your transport and everything, triplets, all this stuff across the top. But towards the end, just up there, there's your hamburger again, yeah? Which gives you all of your options for this section. And then you've got your pads over here, and again there's a hamburger right to the end up the top, which gives you all of your hidden options for your pads. Yep, let's just delete all this stuff out of here. Ooh, I like drawing. I like drawing. All right, something else that's brand new here, which is really cool. With each pad, you'll notice up the top here, you've got this little display up the top. So when I click on each pad, it displays the individual sample as you touch it. Now, this is really handy. This is just very, very genius stuff here by Paul. You'll notice up the top, there's left and right arrows. And you can scroll through these left and right, obviously. And it gives you a whole bunch of other options. So again, we're clicking this bass drum, and you can see on the second page here, we've got pan options, reverb, delay, length of the sample. So you can actually control the length with this little knob here without actually going into the actual sample. If we click right again, you've got some layer velocities, which we'll cover soon. Right again. You've got pad mode, so with triggering, round robin, and velocity stuff in there, yeah. You can actually tune each layer of each sample that you have on each pad. This stuff is very granular, yeah. It's just absolutely sick. And then you have in here this universal MIDI learn mapping system. Now you may recall, right, with the old deal, you would have to, let's go to this camera, so hold down on a pad and it would bring up an option like this, yeah? So you can see assign from kit, melodic remap, or MIDI learn. So you would have to do that to learn each sample and then click MIDI learn. What's really good here is now on this page, when you click through each sound, you can see where each one is already MIDI mapped. And all you need to do is just hold down, touch the MIDI learn, and you can just go for your life. Hit a pad, hit a MIDI, hit a pad, hit a MIDI, hit a pad, hit a MIDI, hit a pad, very, very easy to assign MIDI stuff, yeah, and that works fantastic for electronic drums. That's where it really shines. You've got mute grouping, and you've got 8 output buses, yeah, so you can use that in something like AUM or Cubasis and set each select a part of your kit and send these out, these MIDI bus outs. Now there are actually 10 bus outs. The other 2, they're specially built in to DigiStix 2 as effects sends. And I'll show you that because that's something that we'll do in AUM. But let's hit the left button and scroll right back to the actual samples. And I've my right now I have my keyboard set up, yeah. So I've got the Arturia hooked up. And it automatically just connects nice and wonderfully. You also have the added option of using the on-screen keyboard. So by clicking down here on the keyboard, and you can actually control, where are we, C4. So you can see C2 is where they start, and all the way down, yeah. So you can actually not only use the pads, you've got the on-screen keyboard, you've got your MIDI controller, and you can use drums. So let's just set up a kit, just set up a pattern here, and we'll run through some of the kits because look at, there's a fucking lot. There is a real lot of kits here. So look at all those, man. Fucking hell. Gimme. And what I'll do to set up a kit, you can just draw them in with your pencil or your finger. You can draw things in, all like that. You can do all that stuff, hit play, and make some really annoying crap. But straight off the bat, what I will show you is if you go to, where are we? We want to go to, if we hit the little hamburger above here, you have a section so you can create your songs in here. So the creating a song in here is pretty much the same as using like DigiStix 1. So it's that stuff's pretty much the same. So if you've used DigiStix 1 for using the song section, it's pretty much the same. Not really going to go too much into that today because it's similar across a lot of things, yeah. You've got this thing here called random pattern. And when you bring this up, look at this amazing box of stuff, of fun you get here. So across the top, you've got pattern complexity. So you can choose between low, medium, and high for your randomization. Plus you have all these random options like probability, pitch, pan, reverse, and effects. There's a lot of shit here, yeah? But we're going to turn all those off for now. Just turn all those off. And we'll pick a medium and just hit randomize. And we'll hit close. And look at that. It's just created a random pattern for us. We hit play. It's kind of got every instrument in it for now. While we'll actually go back in there. Random pattern. We'll change it to a low. There we go. Something a bit less complex. Let's go through some of these kits. So this is an acoustic close kit. I'm going to go through them all, yeah? So alt rock. Bit of chill. Classic 80s. Love that one. It's got a bit of a cricket fart in it. Nice default kit. There's a lot of acoustic kits in here. This is what makes me happy because I have a electronic drum kit and I play a lot of acoustic drums. Dubstep. Got a bunch of electronic kits. Hello, Leon. What else have I missed? Anything I've missed? Just popped in. Hip hop kits. Got a bunch of variations of hip hop kits. It's a nice Latin kit. Get a bit of Latin in you. What do you think of that, Peppy? Shut up, Peppy. Let the real drummers play. Modern 80s kit. So there's a bunch of these modern 80s kits. We've got a mega kit. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. Even some bells. Want to get your church on? Hello, Moondog. R&B kits. This really cool sound effects kit. Get some smooth jazz for, you know, those jazz players who shave their legs. Got a trance kit. So now we'll split down the other side quickly. Got a room acoustic kit. An Asian kit. For some cultural appropriation there. Some chimes. Classic kits. A compressed air kit. I'm pretty sure. This is the Challenger of Jacob Hack's water kit. A dubstep. This EDM kit's really cool too. Really nice EDM kit. So already you're getting a lot of kits for your money, yeah? We'll go through that. So hip hop kit, we'll just run through all these quickly. Then we'll start getting into the nitty gritty. House kit. Nice big industrial kit. So while this is just playing here, I'll show you just across the top here. So you've got a bit crunch over here on the output. So it's nice to have that included. We've also got an overdrive over here right on the end. You can actually play with the harmonics. So you got a low pass and a high pass filter. Yeah. Also, you can host sync to your DAW, what you're connected to, whatever DAW you're using. You can add some swing. Yep. So standard stuff there. Let's go through the rest of these kits. Got a full percussion kit in here as well. Everyone loves a good percussion kit. R&B. Big rock stereo kit. Another sound effects kit. Shit hot. A strange kit. And a trance kit, yeah? So go back to this acoustic close kit. So a lot of kits, yeah? Plenty for you to fuck around with. Also, remembering that you can import your own sounds into here. Now, I did forget to put my link to my drum samples pack. If you haven't already got it, I will put the link into the description at the end of this show, so you can download that. It's like a gigabyte of acoustic of drums that I've collected over the years, so you can grab that for free if you want, and I'm going to use some of that to import some of these in here as well. Let's have a look at the pads here, yeah, because not only do we have 16 pads here, this has been blown out now to 64 pads. And how do we get to these? So we now have 4 pad banks, right? So, and they are found up the top here. So A, B, C, and D. So here's your B, C, and D. So you have the potential to import 64 pads and use these in your drums. You know, it's a massive selection of drums you can have. So think about that, opening something like that up in GarageBand. That's really going to expand your garage. Especially people who use GarageBand are absolutely sick to death of the fucking drums in GarageBand. You know, hey, they're great, but shit starts to sound the fucking same, if you know what I mean. You know, I think we're at that point now where so many people have made songs using GarageBand drums that you can tell when somebody's using the auto drummer. You know, you can hear those drum rolls. They're fucking so substandard, yeah? Cool, so you got 4 banks there, and we'll come back to that with these sounds. Right, so not only do you have these drum kits in the default browser here, if I click on this bank, you also have GM. These are general MIDI drum kits, yeah? So I'll click on these and scroll down, and what you will see here, where are we? Sorry for my runny nose. It's really hot over in the UK. Everyone's melting. Here in Australia, guess what? It's really cold. And my nose is running full on. It is cold as fuck, man. What am I trying to do here? Right. So let's go down here. Now you'll notice, I'll just try and show you this. If I go back to the default acoustic and we come down here, look at the drums here. Look at the pads. So you've got bass, snare, closed hat, hi-hat, kick, clap. Basically, up the top here in this input mode, this is the DigiStix mode for MIDI, right? So this, it works with your input, with your MIDI controller. So DigiStix mode works how you would expect a controller to map the keys. I can go into GM mode, and you'll see when I click between the two, native, it says native DigiStix or general MIDI emulation mode. I'll explain a little bit more because it's hit and miss. It depends on the drum kit that you have. All right. I'll get to that not a box. I'll get to that. There's a lot to cover, mate. There's a lot to cover. Let me get to everything. I have everything, you know, we'll get there. I know you're excited. So the difference between these kits in the default and the GM, these GM kits are actually, they've been programmed to work with a general MIDI for an electronic drum kit. Yeah. So when I scroll back down here, you'll look at the names of the pads and they're all in a different order. So you've got acoustic bass drum, there's snares 4th instead of being 2nd. So these have all been set up to actually just work with a drum kit. Do they? And they all work beautifully. And I'm going to show you that now. Okay. So let me just we'll just clear this out. I should be able to just... Alrighty, and what I'm going to need to do this is a little bit complicated. So let me just move this, and in this general MIDI section of these kits, you get these are the kits you get that are already pre-programmed with general MIDI to just work with your drum kit. Yeah, so you've got a cool beans kit. I wonder who that's named after. Hello, Doug. electronic kit, a house kit, a jazz kit, a power kit, drum and bass, general, hypno pop, modern kit, and a rock kit, right? And these are general MIDI. So I'm just going to spin around my iPad like so I can see what's happening. There we go, we're good. I'm going to turn down my mic and I'm going to jump over onto my drum kit over here and show you how these just work and how they don't work with the DigiStix mapping, because it's different mapping to the keyboard, yeah? Let me just turn on my drum kit, which has gone off while I've been waiting. Okey-doke. Thank you very much, Audible Video, for the soup chat. Thank you so much. And we're connected. Okay, so I'm just going to turn off my mic so you don't hear the tapping of the kit, because it's fucking annoying. Ask Joe. Alrighty, and I'll jump over on my kit and we'll run through these, I think it's 8 kits, and you'll see how they all just automatically map. And then I'll show you how they don't map with the DigiStix mapping, yeah? So I'll see you over there on the drum kit. Or maybe not. Come on, where are we? We want this one. We'll try and bring back my camera. There it is, it's back now. It just stopped moving. There we go. So there you go. Absolutely perfect. Just absolutely works wonderfully. So those GM drum kits are fantastic. You can just choose any of them and they work wonderfully. As you can see, everything just... I'm certainly not well enough to be playing drums at the moment. So forgive me if I didn't really play long enough or put in a lot of effort. Remember, it is 6:30 a.m. here and my neighbours probably hate my fucking guts. So those are the GM kits. Now, if I head over and hit the default acoustic kits and just jump over to the drum kit, you'll notice when I hit everything, they don't work. Because they're set to the DigiStix MIDI mapping. So, can I use, the question is now, can I actually use the default kits and then MIDI map them easily? Of course you can. So there's multiple, as I said, there's multiple ways. Whew. Oh man, I'm just not well enough. Hey, there's multiple ways you can do this, yeah? You can go into one of these GM kits. So if we choose, just say this rock kit, and that's all MIDI mapped over to the drums over there. Now I can hit the hamburger up here and I can save this kit. I can actually copy this drum kit and copy it to my user bank. Now your user bank is where you're able to save things and manipulate them, right? That's the only place for you to be able to create kits, manipulate them and import things and have them save is in your user bank. Very important, right? Very important to start getting used to moving things to your user bank. So if I move this over, copy the preset to the bank. Now, if I go over to my user bank, which I've already got a whole bunch of things in here. There's, which one do I do? The acoustic. I did the acoustic. What did I do? Rock. I think that was it. So now this is in my user bank. And this is where things get really interesting because I can actually go in and change the samples. Right? I can actually put whatever sample I want from any other kit. Any other kit that I want. So I can click on one of these. So I've got this, I think that's the bass drum. Just let me check. Which one was it? So that second one, that bass drum there, that's what's connected to my MIDI drum kit, yeah? So I can now hold on this and I can actually assign from a kit, any kit I want. By clicking assign from kit, and I can go in here and grab anything I want and change it to anything I want, yeah? So I could go into default. We could take a EDM bass drum and assign that. Now this is really interesting. Pay attention to this. When you import samples from other kits, you get this option to add a reference or to import the sample. When you import at a reference, you're saving memory, and it's really important for us people using iOS because we all don't have a lot of memory on our iPads. So by importing, adding it as a reference, you're keeping it in the kit. You're not actually importing the sample into this drum kit, so you're saving on memory. It's really cool, yeah? So we'll add a reference in there, and now that bass drum has been replaced. Now, it didn't work exactly how I wanted it to because now it's connected to... So I knew something was going to go wrong today. But you get the idea. So I can always, as well, go in here and I'm just going to bring in... I'm going to slide in here the Files app. I can actually bring in whatever I want from my drum kit. So I can bring in a kick drum from here. Let's just grab this kick here, drag it in, and replace it. Don't know why I've got that. That's awesome stuff, man. Let's even try doing this. Man, you can go through as much as you can for this kind of stuff. Let's just bring in my rock. I've got this one actually set up from earlier. So this is my rock kit. Right, so if I want to change this kick drum here, I can just drag this in over top of this kick drum. Say yes. Now I've got this clicky kick in here. And if I want to change this snare out, I can just drag in. Let's take this EQ'd verb snare and drop it in. And you can go ahead and do this with all of these sounds. Yeah, you can go in and import any sound you want over the top. So it's really easy to do that. You've got other ways to do it as well. You can actually go in here and where are we? You can assign, so you can click on a kit and you can assign, let me just move this out the way. So you can actually assign by clicking the button up the top here. There's your assign button up the top there. So you can use other kits. You can browse, click the browse button and again, go through different kits. You can create really big kits as well. For example, I'll show you this. Where are we? Already 37 minutes in. Far out. There's just so much to this app. What I'm going to do is I'm in my user and I'm going to create a brand new kit. Yeah. So let's create a new kit. And I'm going to call it Giant Kit and hit create. So this is completely blank. Now remember I said at the start here you've got these 4 banks, yeah? A, B, and C, so up to 64 samples. What I can do here, this is ACE, yeah? So you can see I'm on bank A. I've got no sounds in here. This brand new kit is completely empty. I can go into browse and I'm going to put a kit on each page, right? So we'll go in here. We'll pick this acoustic kit first and I want to import the whole bank, right? So I hit import and I want just bank A because that's the whole kit. And that is now going to import into this first pad bank. Now I'm going to go over and hit B and let's import in, we'll import this really cool EDM kit, import bank, and we want bank A again. So that's in there. We'll go to C over here, click C. What else? We'll grab this, what else do we have? So we've got this strange kit. Let's grab that. Import bank A. Nice. And over to D. And what else? Shall we grab? We'll take this sound effects 1. Import bank A. And now we have A, B, C, D, and all these pads absolutely full to the brim of sounds. So check this out. So now I'm just going to save this kit now that I've added all these in. So this giant kit, I'm just going to hit save. Let's make sure it saves all that stuff I've added in there. Now remember I showed you this random facility, this random option. Where are we? Over here. And I'm going to hit random pattern. And now, right in here, thank you very much Vortex for the kind super chat. Now this makes more sense because we've got bank A and I can click bank B, bank C, bank D. So now all the banks are all selected and I can hit like a high pattern complexity and hit randomize, and this is going to randomize from all of these random. We can go low complexity. We can take out whole banks and hit randomize. You can just touch individual kit pieces that you don't want to be in there. What you can also do is we'll go back in there and show you the randomization stuff. You can randomize the velocity, the probability. So let's start doing that as well. The pan, you can start reversing. So now you've got things randomly reversing, random pitches. The randomization stuff is ace. Let's bring all these banks in now. Sick. Can clear all the effects. So the randomization stuff's really ace as well, yeah? Really cool. We can just get new, get rid of all that stuff. Goodbye. Super cool, super crazy. Tons there to randomize, and you know, then you can even go in here and I can. If we move these pads over here, so when you, as I said at the beginning, when you click on each kit, you get this little section up here. So if we move across now to the MIDI learn section, I can actually MIDI learn anything I want. So if I just hit MIDI learn, hold it down, okay, now it's constantly waiting for information to come through. So let's just put my my drum kit camera on to show you, and grab a stick. So if I want to just give the snare this bass drum for whatever reason, so that's now MIDI learned, yeah? Now if I want to go to, I'm going to go to pad bank B and select, I don't know, this clap. And add that to a tom. Go to C and add this clap. So it's really easy to add this scratch to that one. We add this zap. it's got something else in there, but you're getting the picture of what you can do here. We'll take this stab. Now, if we click the MIDI learn button, now it's off. So we're all saved. So now if I head over to the drum kit, I'll just mute my mic. Pretty easy to MIDI map stuff, yeah? Really easy to MIDI map stuff. Alrighty, what else we got to cover here? 15 minutes. Man, so much I haven't even covered yet. So that's a understanding of that. Let's create a brand new kit. Let's start a new kit here. Where are we? Create new drum kit. Let's talk about, we'll call this layer kit. Let's talk about the layering that you can do here, yeah? Hello to anyone I've missed in the chat. Oh, man, I'm so not healthy. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is show you some of the sample layering, which is really cool. So you can have up to 4 samples on a pad, yeah? Let me get back over here. 4 samples on a pad. So let's just in this first pad show you. We'll start off with we'll grab a kick, and I'm going to All right, I'm going to drag this kick onto this bass drum. So there's our first kick there. It's our first layer. Now you'll see along here, you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry. You can have 5 layers. I'm going to click on layer number 2 and we'll go over, we'll grab a hi-hat, closed hi-hat, and we'll drag that on top. Yes. So now we've got 2 of them in here, yeah? And I'll show you how to access them in a second, but we'll add another one on here. We'll add just a snare. Let's grab a snare, this dry snare, that'll do. Boom. Oh, what did I do? I added that to number 1. Whoops. I meant to add that to number 3. We'll go back, we'll add a kick. Let's add that kick to number 3. So now we've got 3 samples in here. Okay, you can see when I flick between the layering that we've got 3 there, right? So now I'm going to use these arrows to move across because we want to get to the layering. And after we cover this, we'll cover some effects because the effects are really cool. So here's your layer page, yeah? Now, what we want to do is, for this one, you see you've got upper level and and a lower level. So we're on sample number 1. So what we want this at lower level to be 1, and we'll take this down to about 45, yeah? Now we'll go to sample 2, and we'll bring this lower level down to, what, 46, 47, that'll do. And this to about 80, say that. There we go, 77. And sample 3, 96, that'll do. So we'll take it down a little bit more. So now, when I turn on, we'll just get rid of this now, scoot that away. When I turn on the velocity, there's a little velocity button up here. We have total control. I'm just going to skip the arrow to the next page, right? We have total control of, so I'll just show you with the camera, as I go up at the, can I bring this camera in a little bit more so you can see? There you go. Just so you can see what's happening. As I move up the pad, the velocity is changing, yeah? And we have an option here called round robin. So when I click that, each time I touch it, it's going through the layers. Cool, yeah? And you can, as I said, you can have up to 5 of them. Really, really ace. Now you've got velocity, like and you've got a random. So each pad you can lay a 5. It's sick, man. It's really, really cool. There's a hell of a lot of fucking options here. You can get really lost with this. For $10, man, this is some crazy shit. God, I haven't even covered all these. So a lot of these buttons, as I said at the beginning too, there's a lot of different ways to get to the same place, yeah? So you've got, I haven't even covered this. You've got an edit button down here. Oops. Now remember, as I said, each section here, we'll just go full screen. Each section, so the pads, these knobs up above, these buttons up above here and down here, they relate to each section. So you've got an edit button. Here's your audio editor. I mean, you know, you've got pretty much all the usual stuff in here. So you can update your sample, you can select it, you can crop it, you can clear it, fade it in, fade it out, normalize, you can reverse the sucker. Really cool. What is this one? Let me just close that. So you can reverse samples. You can do all that stuff in the editor. Yeah, really cool. Trigger levels. You can turn it stereo, mono. So much, so much. We're getting towards the end, so I'm trying to rush through everything as much as I can. Let's cover, before we go any further, just let me... Oh, so while we're in here as well, you can actually... I've just moved from the... we'll go back to... Where are we? We'll go back to this round robin, right? If I click right again up here, you have a layer tuning section. So you can actually tune each layer individually. So if I click on semitones here on number 3, and you've got up and down arrows, let's just take this up, semitones. Number 2 will take down some semitones. 1 will go up. So now, so you can control your tuning for each layer really easily with just within this little box here. Super, super cool to get to. Also, within your options as well, you have things like, so you've got another way to get to each sample's options. So you just click on whatever you're using and you've got options up the top here. And you have reverb sends, delay sends, semitones, so you can do an overall change of everything. We'll just close that. Really cool, yeah? And that changes all of them all the way. Oops. In there you've got, you can change your round robin, velocity, random. You've got output buses. So as I said, you've got 8 output buses. I won't go too much into that because I think we've seen how to do that, something in AUM. Let's see quickly. So we've got a couple more things to go through. You do have pattern ranges for your song, creating songs up here. So you've got 64 pattern ranges. You've got triplet settings, note types up the top, all pretty standard stuff. You can change your patterns in here for song creation. Let's just cover this quickly. We'll go to a new kit. We'll just go to a default kit here. This is the controllers section. So what I'm going to do, just to show you, I'm going to bring in some hats. Just do a line of hats and hit play. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Oh, that's why. Let's get rid of those. Let's put in some hats here and hit play. Probably a bit excessive. What is this crazy death metal fucking crazy death metal hats? Let's just do this for now. So when I hit controllers, this gives you your individual controllers for each instrument. So here's these hats being played. You've got velocity, and you can draw these in, nice and easy. You've got pitch, and it's only going to affect the actual, just make sure I'm on the right. I wasn't actually on the, so you can change the pitches, you can change the velocities, you can change the panning, so there's a lot of individual stuff you can do in here. You've got probability stuff. Now it's only going to affect the actual ones that have a note on there. So you can see 1, 2, 1, 3, 5. So you can fuck with the probability, delay sends and reverb sends as well. So for effects. So that's that covered. The last thing I'm going to cover for today, because we are out of time. And look, there's just so much to cover. This is a really massive app, you know. It's impossible to cover it all in an hour. And here's the great thing too. I shouldn't need to cover it all. There's enough here, I think, to get people excited about using this to create amazing drums for you to buy it and find out yourself and really get into it and fucking have a look at it. And don't be afraid of it because it's really cool. So let's talk about the effects. So we shall just go in here and go back to our parts. We'll clear this song out. And what I'll do, I will create a random song again. So we'll just go in here, create a random pattern with just those banks. That'll do. And randomize. Nice and easy. Okay, there we go. You have effects as well built into this. And here they are at the top. So you've got delay and reverb. And you can see these are enabled by the little enable button, right? And you can granularly go in to each kit up here on this second page. So if I click this drum, I can now turn the reverb up. Let's just solo this. I can turn up the delay. Can go into the snare as well. We can add some delay and snare to that. Now we'll bring everything back in. But wait, I did mention at the start there's 10 output buses, right? I'm going to show you how to use the effects buses that Paul has put in here because it's really cool. So we'll just close that out. Going to open up AUM and we'll open up a DigiStix. We'll open up 3 audios. We'll open up a DigiStix 2. There we go. All good. In this second one, I'm going to add a multi-bus and hit DigiStix and then choose output 9. And then in here, I'm going to do the same and choose output 10. So these last 2 buses that Paul has provided, these are so you can add whatever the fuck you want into the reverb and the delay. So let's first, well, in here, we'll add, of course, what are we going to add? Of course, you know what I'm going to add. I'm going to add black hole just for fun. And let's see, we'll just type a delay just for now, because I haven't tried what I was going to do. And now in DigiStix, once again, we've got this acoustic kit already here. We'll go and just create a random pattern. Again, randomize, happy days, don't have to think about it. And we'll scroll back up. Now, where these effects are, if you click the enable on each, it changes to bus 9 and bus 10. So I'll crank these up. And we'll mute, we'll just add some more kick drums in here. Some more snares. And we'll solo these. Head over to these effects. And now we've got black hole and bleach delay running through these. Pretty sick, yeah? So I could even take out this delay and maybe go sound saw. Will this work? Fuck yeah, man! How cool's that? You can control the effects in here as well. Nice. And remember, you can sync this up to your DAW as well with the host sync when you're in AUv3 mode. Control it that way. The last thing I will do, I'm probably going to go a little bit over because I want to show this. Let's close out of here because I want to cater to GarageBand people as well, because it is important, because GarageBand just has been overlooked with sounds for so fucking long. It's so disappointing. So here I have a DigiStix thing already open here. We'll just delete that. And what have I got in here? We'll go full screen. So I've got a user alt kit in here, and it should be nice. So this is actually already connected because I've saved this or I can go into any of the GM sounds, remember? So I can choose a GM drum kit. And now I can go into GarageBand because we're in here. We'll just hit the, I'm just going to change this tempo, the metronome, turn it up a bit so I can hear what's going on, because I think I've got a click set. I'll turn down my mic and flick over to my, still working? Good. And I can just go in and record whatever I want to GarageBand, and let's just hit record. Did I turn down the mic? I didn't. Hang on, let me turn down the mic. I hate the clicking sound. One sec. Totally out of time, totally don't give a fuck because it's the end of the show. But you can see all that data is being recorded in here very easily into GarageBand. And the beautiful thing is, I can, if I didn't like that kit, I can just hit play here, turn off the metronome, go into the GM kits, because these are all sunk up with the actual notes that are connected to the kit. And again, I can, in GarageBand, remember this is in GarageBand, I can bring out the Files app and replace a kick like that. And we are done. So I can do all that kind of stuff. Does it let me? I can't do drum kits. Oh, so I'm in a GM folder. That's why. So you got to be aware of that. So you have to do it. See you later, folks. Those who are leaving, not a box, and SM Borthwick. So if I go back to my user kit here, what was it? It was the. We'll just use this Rock Alesis. In GarageBand, I can grab a kick and replace that. And now we've got that clicky sound. So you can, in GarageBand, replace any sample you want. Works really, really fucking cool, yeah? I don't know what else to tell you. If you're not impressed, I'll finish with you. I can't really do much more than that. It's really cool. Works beautifully. And I have an Alesis Nitro Mesh. So they're a pretty standard drum kit, you know. A lot of people use them. So that's where I really wanted to show it off, because I see a lot of people saying, you know, how do I, what can I use to work with my Alesis Nitro Mesh? Because it's a very standard kit. Works beautifully. Really cool. Works in GarageBand, Cubase, all of them. It's awesome. So, yeah, I will put a link to my drum samples in the description if you'd like to grab those. And, you know, hey, you don't need to be a drummer either. You can just draw your shit in as well, yeah? Pretty damn cool. For those of you who are on the Patreon, there's the Patreon there. I'll be giving away, I think I got 3 copies of this giveaway on the weekend. Yeah, good shit. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you got something out of this. I hope this is, because there's not too many videos I've seen on DigiStix, apart from Paul's video, with some demonstrations or anything like that. So hopefully this has whet your appetite and gives you something to go on now, because there's just nothing on it. And I look forward to, what am I doing? I think I'm looking at Synthmaster 2, the Saw, the evil sound destroying Saw, and hopefully Paul's new app as well too, coming up also in the very near future. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining me, and I shall see you tomorrow. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Make mistakes, they make you better. And you know, you don't need every app. They're not like Pokemon. And don't be afraid of apps, man, because they're just apps. If it looks complicated, it's just you making it complicated. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Bye-bye.